Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Go down in the center. Go down in the center. I just feel like Caribbean, West Indian music is so vulgar. It's always some innuendo. Like there's always an innuendo that goes with everything.
It's just the center.
Remember the what was it? The something king. Effing
Going for king.
Yes, going for king. You know, like things like that. It's always some clever way to end you. I love, like, I'm not complaining about it. I think it's genius. I think it shows real artistic fortitude. You know, so I'm not mad, but I peep game. I peep game, you nasty.
That's been going on for a long, long time. There's old songs by even like Kitchener and all of those old time West Indians. Take a 6 for a 9 and all kind of things like that.
9-inch. What is it? 2 sapodilla and a 9-inch banana.
Yeah.
Pull it out and turn it around.
Song.
No.
Oh, turn it on and turn that one.
It's the plumber. I've come to fix your
fix the
plumbing.
sink. Come to fix the sink.
But innuendo, not just straight out vulgar, which is sexy, which is what makes it sexy. It's sensual, not sexy.
Sensual. Sensual. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Saucy and Friends in the morning on Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are here bright and early, 9 in the a.m., and we are going to have some fun today.
Yeah.
Quick checking. Miss Toner, how you doing, girl? Toner.
I am doing good. I'm feeling good. I, feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Days we wear pink. I can't wait until Mean Girls, the new one, comes out.
When is that coming out?
I think it's supposed to come out in February.
It's in the theater now.
No.
Yeah, I was looking up the movie times yesterday.
I feel like
not for that, but
I have such good feelings about the month of February.
Really? Tell me what you're anticipating.
It's going to be a good month. Things are going to turn around for me.
That.
Things are going to be better. I'm going to start off on a good foot, and I just feel like I'm looking forward to that. I really, really am, and I'm manifesting it, claiming it. Hallelujah. Yesterday, what did we do? So yesterday we left here, we rushed out, we went down to Grill 23 down in the Back Bay and had such a good little meal.
Yeah, see, Mean Girls is out. It's out. It's showing now. Mean Girls. Yeah.
Go see that. You know where I really want to go? I want to go to that Alamo whatever.
The Alamo in the seaport?
Yeah, in the seaport. I want to go there. That looks like a good time. So anyhow, so we went down to Grill 23. We had a nice lunch. It was presented to us by Bill.com, who is trying to build themselves and uplift people in their businesses to be able to handle finances in a better way. So they are what is it? What they are accounts receivable and accounts payable company, and they are trying to streamline things for a lot of people, which I think is awesome. They had some young guys there, Talmage and Taylor.
You remember, because I was almost gonna bust a brain cell trying to figure it out because I want Talmage. Okay.
Talmage and Taylor, who were there, who gave a really, really nice presentation. It was a fun time. We got to select. It was a 3-course lunch.
It was a 3-course lit meal. Tell her don't.
No.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was not.
They gave us this platter of salad.
Platter.
That was just a big platter of salad. And then after that, the second course, you had a choice. There were 3 choices. We, of course, chose the steak. The steak was bigger than Noah when he was born. It was literally at least 16
ounces of steak.
It was 16 ounces of steak. It was so just thick, cut, juicy,
and tender.
And tender, delectable, sliced like butter. It was just so good with some mashed potatoes, some sauteed mushrooms, a little salad that looked like a plant with some onions and some nice sauteed onions
Making
as
me
well.
hungry.
Oh, God, my mouth is watering at the thought. And then the third course was this most delectable, creamy, pudding-like creme brulee with some fresh fruits and some chewy little almond marzipan cookies. And Danielle got like 1/4 of a slice of coconut cake.
It was 1/4. It was half a cake.
Half a cake. It was all so very good.
I think
y'all get down there.
Mommy, Auntie Brenda, and Auntie Iris had a full slice of that one slice
Because
of cake.
that's what I said. I said, me and Danielle ate that cake, and there was still a whole cake left. Anyhow, delectable. Get down there, Grill 23. You will not be disappointed. It was very, very good. And, that just kind of set the tone for my evening. From then on, I just had a good evening. But it gave me some boost of power. I went to Noah's school. I had a talk with the principal. And, I feel good. I feel good about things going forward.
I like that. This sounds like a good day.
Yes.
Like a good general day.
It was. It was indeed.
What about you, Tristan?
I didn't do too much yesterday. I just did some business, and that was about it. I did eat some steak, though. I did buy some steak from Abbey Park. I felt left out, and I had some good steak.
You said from
Abbey
Abbey?
Abbey.
Oh, that's right over here in Milton? I love that restaurant.
Huh?
You took out. You did take out.
Yes.
Oh,
That's smart.
Abbey Park is
And
Abbey Park.
I ate my steak with plastic forks and knives inside.
crazy.
I hate that. Like if I get a... That's what I hate about takeout, because I know I got my own utensils at home, but I just feel like eating what they give me, so it be plastic.
I know, and you know what I hate too? Like, I like when they give you the plastic fork and it's one of those big plastic forks.
Yeah.
When they give you little measly fork.
Where did we go the other day? They had the wooden forks.
Oh, that was so upsetting.
At the Civic Unit.
Summit.
Yes,
Oh,
bro.
that was so upsetting. And it was like, it couldn't stab anything. And we had salad, and we couldn't get the salad. You had to eat the salad with a spoon.
The chicken, that big ass piece of chicken that they
Don't
gave
do
us, we
that.
couldn't do
Don't
that.
Should have
that
messed
again.
around and got a splinter with it. With my mouth.
Sued.
Right.
And then yes, I did the
Yeah,
same
for
thing yesterday. We didn't do anything different. Not anything different. I know I'm gonna cut this piece of hair right here. See this right here? This is got to be cut. Anyhow, we're gonna get into the show. Saucy and Friends officially starts right now. Let's go.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Tris.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM. Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387. The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Sorry. I had to get that out of my system, get it
That
really.
music sounds fun.
It
That
does.
song reminded me of our uncles.
There was, I do have to reflect on the Vibes Up 360 show when I was listening to Miss Panda talk about how radio DJs, especially here, be setting you up for a great, and then when you get there, it's not those radio DJs playing, it's other people playing, but you don't get that same type of vibe and that same type of feeling. Just about that.
I told her what to do.
Everybody
Everybody stop hiring the same goddamn DJs.
yeah, because
hell?
that is I was clapping in the car while you said that, because I was just like, we go to the same parties with the same DJs all the time and then leave complaining about that party because for some reason we thought it was going to be different. And I was listening to the show on Saturday and I was like, damn, this is really putting me in a place that I want to dance and get on, but I know I'm not going to get that same quality of music when I go outside. So what do you do? Like, how do you figure that out? Besides hiring the DJs that you know are playing well, why is it that we continue to patronize the same thing. It's crazy,
Boston is
though.
monkey see, monkey do. Point blank.
Monkey.
Boston is monkey see, monkey do. They're gonna go where the monkeys is at. And you know,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
monkeys be in the same place.
It's very terrible. It makes me
That's it.
sad.
Including the monkey DJs.
I don't even want to go. Like, I don't even want to go out. Like, certain times I see a fly and I'm like, oh, this looks like a good event. And then I'm like, it's going to be the same thing that we just had, huh? Same thing. Yeah, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be
It's
the
the
same
same
thing.
party every weekend.
Yeah, every weekend
Yep.
with a different name.
All year. All year
Yeah,
round.
all year.
All year round.
The
Same
same
party.
thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining. If that's what people like and that's what people want, that's whatever. But when you think about people saying, you know, there's nothing to do in Boston and blah, blah, and like, there's mad parties. It's the same party. It's not mad parties. It's the same party. Like, especially in the Caribbean community, I feel like we got to start doing other stuff if we want to have a fun time. It sucks, but whatever. I don't know. Welcome to Boston. Vicky says it's the same thing over and over. The people hate change or hate anything different. Tell you DJs and yes, complain. Yes. And then Janet has a completely different question. Janet wants to know what exactly is a baddie?
Oh, you saw Batty? Did you see Batty?
She saw a clip on X of a chick breaking from security to whoop another chick's ass. She's gonna send the clip, but I bet. So for me,
That's
you
the
know,
whole baddie
yeah,
show.
we're gonna save that until the end of the show. Remind me, Janet, because we're gonna get into the whole baddie thing. Because what I think a baddie is not what I see on TV at all. I don't think a baddie is somebody who wants to fight other people on a dime. I thought a baddie was like a bad bitch who
Like,
don't even got
you ain't
time
never
for
been
that.
with a baddie.
Yes.
Like that. But not this what we're seeing here.
That's not it.
Crazy.
But let's get into our around the way news to find out what's going on with our community. Today is the last day of January. Yes, we have made it to the last day of January.
I
It
won't
is the
believe it until
31st.
tomorrow. I feel like we're gonna come back tomorrow. It's still gonna be January.
We're going to have cloudy skies followed by partial clearing, high in the 39 degrees. Winds in the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're going to drop down to 28 later tonight, and there's a 5% chance of some precipitation at some point. I don't know if we're going to get them, but we're going to start on a really great note today. Well, a bittersweet note. Remember the man who killed the young lady and left her at the airport all stabbed up?
The African
His
knife.
black ass has been found.
Amen.
And he's going to jail now.
Go to
Yep.
jail now.
He's going to jail looking like a big square rectangular head.
He looked like
Like
Luther
Yo
Vandross
Gotti.
when he was skinny.
Oh, without hair, without the little toupee.
Luther. He looked like skinny Luther.
He,
Or no, he looked like big Luther. I don't know. He looked funny.
he looked stupid. That's what he looked
He
like.
don't look like Luther.
Look at his big old round head with no brain in it. Just a stupid. A 40-year-old Lowell man accused of killing a woman from Whitman last year was arrested in Kenya on Monday, officials said. They should beat his ass. Let me stop cussing. The Suffolk County District Attorney's Office said authorities began investigating on November 1st after state troopers found 31-year-old Margaret dead in the car in a central parking garage at Logan International Airport. And here is the clip. Start at the beginning.
Huge step.
Back down in Kenya, investigators say he left the country after the crime. Tonight, we are hearing from her devastated family. The Night Team's Lisa Gresci is live at Logan Airport with the details.
Ryan,
Might
and
look like-
after several months of what was blind faith, finally an update this family has been praying for.
God has not let us down so far, so why would he now? It's a huge step towards closure and getting justice for Maggie.
After months of agony, a sigh of relief for the family of Margaret Maggie Bitu, who was brutally murdered back in November. Her body found inside a car in Logan Airport's central parking garage.
Maggie was a loving daughter. She was my last born, but I'm in pain for losing Maggie. I cannot speak more about her because I'm still on pain about her.
Maggie's father still struggles to put his grief into words, but the arrest of her then boyfriend and accused killer, 41-year-old Kevin Kingete, is exactly what the family has been waiting on.
We've been looking forward to this day since we heard he fled.
State police say Kingete hopped on a flight to Kenya after killing the 31-year-old nurse. Authorities there finally catching up to him at a nightclub in Nairobi Monday night.
At a nightclub.
For the American government and the Kenya government for doing justice for Maggie and bring that guy to justice.
The district attorney's office also grateful for the collective effort, writing in part, their tremendous and untiring efforts will provide Margaret's family and friends the opportunity to see Kevin Kangete face justice for this terrible crime. Even though it won't bring Maggie back, her family knows justice will help them not only heal, but give them the strength they need to keep her memory alive.
Maggie lives on through us every day. She still inspires me, inspires all of us, and she's in our mind and our hearts always.
Oh, you know, he was the most well-spoken one out the whole family, so they would like to put him on. He did speak well, and I am very glad that justice has been not served yet, but I'm glad that they found this guy, and I hope that they bring him to the most extent of the law.
Me too. Like, tough on crime.
Yeah.
We need to really show an example of what it means to be tough on crime here in this situation. Give him throw the book at him.
All the book.
Throw the book. Throw
Pick up
everything.
the jail and drop it on top of him.
On top of him.
Just leave his
and
little feet hanging out.
steal his ruby slippers. Because
awful.
he's terrible.
He was in the club?
He was at the club.
In the club.
You killed a girl and left her in the airport for 3 months, and you thought that it would be smart for you.
For 3 months?
No, it's been 3 months since.
I was gonna say,
no.
God.
But then you thought that you had the darn audacity to go and have a good time.
Yeah.
To have a good, big fun.
And his family and friends and people in Kenya didn't know because this is international news. Y'all knew. That's ridiculous.
It's terrible.
He is.
You know, it's
me of the
good
football
news.
player that killed his mother. They found him in the club.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was cooked.
He's cooked.
He was cooked.
Yeah. He was down there.
Yeah,
City
Sergio Brown.
City councilors joined the call to end the strikes in the teacher union strike. I think they need to call for something different.
Well, maybe they're calling for the end by saying that they need to pay them.
I hope they're just not asking these teachers to just go back in school. But let's hear it. Mark Laredo. Yes.
At around 9 p.m., this as parents, even the city council, weigh in.
This strike has to end. We need to get our kids back in the classroom, and we need to do it now.
The Newton City Council joining the growing calls to end the teacher strike on the 8th day of no school. The council calling the latest proposal from the district fair and reasonable, but it won't be easy.
We think this proposal is difficult for the city financially. Make no doubt about it, this is not easy. This will be hard. Our children are suffering because they are not in school.
Parents on different sides of the issue.
I stand with our educators 10,000%, no matter how long it takes to get a fair contract.
Other parents growing less patient. Two families now trying to sue the teachers union, one demanding fines increase against the union, another even calling for the union president to be arrested.
Whatever powers are within the judge's, toolbox, we would want him to use.
Our educators will not ratify the agreement that the school committee put on the table tonight.
The teachers union closer on the dollar amount, but still demanding more mental health supports in schools.
Yes. Tonight, Chair Bresky asked me to join them, thinking this is a last resort. We have such a meaningful offer on the table. They've turned away from it.
We're never going to walk away from the table, but I don't think there should be any expectation that there's going to be more money that somehow magically shows up.
Now, teachers say they are not going to work tomorrow, a 9th day of no school, but both sides say they are committed to staying as long as it takes tonight. Live in Newton, Sean Shiaba, WCVB News Center 5.
Oh boy, Sean
It's very, it be the two parents, right? Do more fines, arrest them, off with their heads.
Yeah.
Because you probably don't care. Like you don't. I get it. I also think that we do have to be very serious about a protest is a protest on purpose. I don't think they care about the fines, and I don't think that they care about resigning or stepping down.
But the fines aren't coming Out of
It's
their
coming from the
pockets,
union,
right?
yeah. I think what's going to happen is that they're not going to budge until the school committee meets them at where it is.
Mhm.
It's also funny what the city councilor said versus what the other city councilor said. Like the school administrator, we're never going to find this secret handful of money to give them, while the city councilor is like, it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard, but I don't think it's impossible.
Yeah.
And I think that I think they just got to get uncomfortable. It's going to be hard. Find the budget from somewhere else that's not necessarily needing it or whatever, and give the people the money that they want in order to teach the children. And on top of that, give them the mental health support that they need for these crazy children. Like, let's be serious. The children need as much mental health support as they can possibly get.
Yeah.
As they can possibly get.
And that's
these
what they're
days.
looking for, mental health support for the children or
Yeah.
mental health support for
mental health support. Either way helps. Either way, if it's for the teachers or for the students, somebody's getting some help.
So let me ask you this. If you are on strike, right? Like, could there be teachers who don't agree with this? And are they out there on the picket lines, or are they just chilling at home while the other ones are outside fighting?
Because if you cross this picket line, you're a scab.
Okay.
And then you will be recognized as somebody who crosses the picket line because you're going against the grain.
Okay.
And the union laborers and the picketers, they do not take kindly to scabs.
And during the time that these teachers are protesting, there's no avenues that are set up for the kids to still be getting school or getting schoolwork or something like that. What are these kids just chilling at home?
It's 2024. You trying to tell me that there's no application somewhere that you can assign children some work to do from a teacher that teaches them already a program that you can download, and all the children have to meet their assignments?
Your sister city or something like
Yeah.
that. Can they join in those classes or something? I don't know. Because I think that what happens is like I'm concerned that these kids are, one, missing out on school. I understand the protest, but the kids are missing out on school now for the 8th day. And they're going to have to make up those days, which is just not fair to them because this was not their choice. So, but anyhow, whatever.
I mean, the parents and majority of the students seem to be on board with it. So they don't necessarily look like they're the most upset about it. The most that we've heard from the opposition is those two parents.
Janet said, get some of those student teachers from all these colleges or something like that.
Except that this can't go into the school.
Oh, Khan Academy and such exists for this reason, says NAFA. There's
Ooh.
university level teachers that teach teachers how to teach. Use them.
I wonder if that also goes against the protest, though.
Yeah.
I
Also,
wonder
all
if
teachers
that
should be supporting.
Yeah,
teachers.
I feel not. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, because I would think that if they found other teachers to teach, then this protest would not be a protest because. Okay, y'all can do whatever y'all want. We've got a whole group of other teachers that are willing to come in and teach your clothes. So a protest just wouldn't work that way. I think they got to be out of school and nobody got to be doing anything. That's just interesting. Yeah, Kumon stuff. The Kumon is great. Yeah, we're in that right now. We gotta paying a lot of money to not be doing our lessons right, but whatever. Newton. So we'll continue to follow that story and see what happens. I'm hoping that something is rectified by the end of the month. By the end of this week. Sorry. By the end of this week. By today.
Yeah.
It should be settled by today. Melnia Cash Recreational Complex in Boston to begin serving the begin serving as emergency shelter for those sleeping at Logan. And you guys don't hesitate to call us up 617-272-3387 and let us know how you feel about this. They had a big meeting about it last week and yesterday, you said?
I think the second one was yesterday. Yeah.
Okay. So the Melnia Cass Recreational Complex in Boston's Roxbury neighborhood will be used as an overflow shelter for migrant families, especially those who are sleeping at Logan International Airport. Governor Maura Healey's office said the recreation center on MLK Jr. Boulevard will start accepting families on Wednesday. The complex has been utilized by the state in the past, serving as a vaccine clinic in 2022. The Cass Recreation Center will begin serving as a temporary safety net site for families in need of shelter, especially those who have been sleeping at Logan Airport. We appreciate the collaboration of the city, Roxbury elected officials, and the community who worked with us to ensure we could provide families with a safe and warm place to stay while minimizing the impact to the Roxbury community.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Tristan is gonna go to the clip so we can get the full story because I don't know.
Help these migrant families, but this plan is already taking a toll on their own families. By this time tomorrow, the Melnia Cass Rec Center could be home to hundreds of migrant families. The cots and strollers were shipped in today.
It's just born out of necessity, and, we just have to do what we have to do in this time.
The plan is to move families here who have nowhere else to go. Many are currently camped out at Logan's Terminal E.
We should be sharing. We're blessed to be able to do this.
Some residents told us they have no problem with the temporary overflow shelter, but Rodnell Collins says police must commit to safety and security for all. He points out neighboring Malcolm X Park already has a history of drug and gang activity.
And that's abated quite a bit, okay? But there are elements that are still there.
We were blindsided.
Community activist Lauren Thompson told us by phone that many families are now scrambling since the temporary shelter will abruptly close down recreational programs for seniors and young people.
Parents depend on some of these after-school activities because they're working.
It is a lot to ask to, again, a community that is dealing with a lot, that needs a lot of equity.
Boston City Councilor Tanya Fernandez Anderson acknowledges giving up the rec center is a big ask for Roxbury.
This is an important hub for us, but also these are human beings.
Now, the governor says she is working to find another location for community sports and activities. The rec center is set to house migrant families through May. We're live in Roxbury.
Through
May. Oh. I don't really know. I don't know.
I know.
Go ahead.
I know how I feel, and I feel like it's not fair. This is a community that suffers, and when we ask for help, we don't get any help. And we have to go through a lot, and then you're asking us now to give up a community center that, as they mentioned, how does things for young people and older people, and it's just not okay. There are far more communities. There are too many cities and towns in this state where they could have put these migrants instead of taking away a community center in Roxbury. For our people. That is ridiculous, and it's not fair. And I don't care. I don't care if these are humans. I care that they're humans and they need some place to go. There's an empty airport hangar that they could have put them in. There is a community center in Sherborne or Bill Ricka or somewhere else, Beverly, that they could have put them in. And all of these places, it did not have to be in Roxbury. I don't agree with that at all.
I'm with you, and So because we're Boston, and because we are the capital, and because we're central or whatever, we have to always accept the full weight of every single thing that happens here, whether it's the opioid crisis, what is the migrant crisis, whatever crisis. Boston especially, and you know what the problem is about it, is that Boston has the highest population of of poor people, I guess. Like there's Roxbury, Dorchester. These are the main things that people always talk about when they talk about, the undeveloped or the poor, the blah, 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 blah. We always have to bear the weight of everything all the time.
Right.
I'm just kind of concerned
Roxbury,
about that.
Dorchester, Mattapan.
Like in particular.
Where it has to bear the brunt of all the bullshit that happens in this city. And it's
very
ridiculous.
crazy.
Or in this state,
and those
as a matter of fact.
Those are the towns that receive the least amount of help and the least amount of resources. So I'm very, very concerned because you trying to tell me that there is no big shelter or there is no big recreational center that's not being used in like Quincy, or not even Quincy, like Hull or
Bill Ricka, Beverly,
Bristol County,
all of these places that we don't even know, that we haven't even heard about. There is farmlands and all of these things that you can.
Janet said the Heinz Convention Center, either the convention center,
because they're not being used all the time. They're mostly if there's a big convention coming and things like that. But the one in Copley too. Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah,
I
don't get
understand.
it. I think it's very upsetting, and it's disappointing. It's disheartening. Here we have people that are fighting to keep a drugstore in the community because for people to get access to the medicines that they need, and we don't have that to provide for. We're closing down the drugstores, but you're taking away from us again. For what? Why? I don't understand that, and I don't know why anybody thought that this was a great idea.
Because the rest of the towns are gonna put their foot down and say, no, we can't do it. And then Boston is always like, but they're human. Yes, they are human. They are a lot human, and they should. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Ain't nothing that we can do. The youth in the city don't have open access to these centers. That's exactly. Our kids don't even have a working pool within this community because they won't fix the friggin' pools in any of the centers.
For us,
and then the couple of centers that you do have, you're gonna take away programming from the seniors and the youth to house migrants here. Like you said, they ain't even a drugstore anywhere to feed, to give them medication, to give them. We don't even got no food in this community. They won't even give half of us a little food stamp, a little $25 a month or nothing like that.
But they're bringing in carts. That's our pallets of bottles. They're bringing in food. They're What about the people who already live there that don't have those things? But all of a sudden you have an influx for people who aren't from here.
It's the same thing that happened with COVID, remember? All of a sudden, everybody got a computer in their house. There's boxes and boxes of shipments and shipments of boxes of computers and internet and all kind of stuff coming in here. When we're up against the grain and we're up against the wall, then all of a sudden there's an influx of money that can help everybody. How many people need a stroller and some bottles?
Well, at this same place where they're going to house these migrants, we went to a Christmas party put on by Liz Miranda and Balls for life.
Score for more.
Balls for life. And we saw, do you remember how many people were there? These are underprivileged people that are already from this community. That place was packed with kids who were just happy to be getting gifts that day. These are people in this community already who are living as bad as the migrants that they're trying to put in there.
Literally, and probably even worse.
And now what are you doing? You are coming in and you're bringing in even more people for this. I don't understand. And then like Uncle Grandpa said up here, in the summertime they will fix the pool at that place, and they will do that, and they will do that for everybody, for those migrants who are there, rather than for the people who have been living in these communities forever.
And you know what I don't want to hear? Like, it's sad when you feel this.
I am upset.
Yeah, the Bayside Expo Center been empty for how many?
Exactly.
You. When you vocalize these types of things, then people are always going to hit you with exactly what, Councilor Anderson said, but they're human. And I don't want anybody to be tuned into this show and listening to us have emotional feelings about this and think that we don't care about people. But we do care about people. Like, we care. The other day, we was having a little debate because we were like, there's a lot of empty facilities, no matter what they were previously used for, that can house these people that don't take away from what we don't have. And one of them was very controversial because it was an empty jail.
Janet just mentioned it again, that MCI, they're closing that jail.
There was an empty jail that is already housed and already prepared for living quarters. Besides the bars, if we just reimagine the bars as windows, what they got showers in there, they got a cafeteria, they got rooms, they got doors, they got locks, they got safety places that people can go and keep guard and stand guard. Instead, we're gonna shelter them over into the local community center and remove the resources that the community just now got. And we're going to say, yes, but they're human. Okay. I don't know what y'all want to do here, Boston, but I mean, it's not new. And that's another thing. It's not new to us. We're used to this, and I don't think that we should be used to it. And that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
I am upset about it.
Watertown.
Meanwhile, in Savin Hill, the neighbors are protesting somebody who wants to make their single family into condos. And they're protesting, and it is not going to happen.
Yes,
because they're protesting it. Meanwhile, y'all are bringing in how many people to come and live in our rec center so that our kids have
the
not
overflow
a friggin'
of
thing to do.
the overflow of the line that we set.
Yeah.
So not only are we getting the overflow, but there's a whole bunch of other people that are still waiting to get it, and it's not going to take long for them to be like, oh, how about the Roxbury YMCA? We could just put them there.
Right.
Hey, let's take all the community centers over here.
And they wouldn't do that to a YMCA. They would do it to a Melnia Cass community-run something or whatever. YMCA is a conglomerate, but this is just the Melnia Cass whatever, so that's okay. We can put them there.
Crazy.
I'm so upset.
Crazy.
I'm so upset.
And hot.
So upset.
Let's move on, because they clearly have. Watertown school staffer discovers concerning list compiled by students. Oh boy. A staff member at a school in Watertown discovered a potentially concerning list that was allegedly compiled by a student last week. Watertown Public School Superintendent Dee Dee Gladson said in a statement that the list was found at Watertown Middle School on Thursday. Following investigation and in consultation with our school resource officer and the Watertown Police Department, it was determined that at no point was there a credible threat to anyone's safety.
So what the hell y'all put that in the news for?
Middle school families were notified of the incident, and a counseling team has been made available for students who feel anxious or uncomfortable.
What did the list say?
That is what I would like to know. Gladstone didn't share details on the contents of the list, although Boston 25 News has learned that a private meeting with parents whose names appeared on it has been scheduled for Tuesday at 6 p.m. Whose parents?
Oh, the parents.
With parents whose names appeared on it. Is it parents of the students, or was the parents the target?
I don't know.
Additional information wasn't immediately available, and we will follow this story because we have nothing.
We have nothing.
There's nothing to go on. I don't know what kind of list it was. Those like slurs lists, you know.
Apparently, in Boston, there is a list going around of men with good deed.
Oh, two things. Let's take a pause for the cause. If I receive said list, what should I do with that? Do I want to solicit some of that, or is it just no? If he's on the list, then I don't want him.
Is this recommendations? What is that? What's happening there? But I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, just to see. Let me see what he looked like. Yes, Larry, those are the Haitians, and yeah, those are all of the non-white immigrants that are coming into there. Herpes, Catherine Ford said. You know, that's what I thought. I said a list of herpes. I don't know. That's crazy. Story is there's a note circulating in school, meeting schedule, end of story. Talk to counselors if you feel uneasy about the note.
What is the note?
What is the note? That's what we need to know. What is the note? And if I had to send a letter to all the parents about the situation, and they investigated that there was no threat. I don't know. I don't believe the investigation that there was no threat. If somebody wrote it, I feel like they on threat.
Oh.
Faneuil Hall Marketplace has a new landlord. Here's what we know. Really? How much they pay for that?
Girl, all of it.
God damn. Oh, terms of a deal were not disclosed in a press release late Monday, made up of banks worldwide operating under the J. Safra name. The buyer manages more than $300 billion in assets, ranging from the Gherkin Tower in London to banana grower Chiquita Brands International.
Damn.
They said $300 billion.
That's how much they paid for Faneuil Hall?
No, but that's how much that person's, whoever, the Safra Group.
I had to scratch my head.
An arm of the global leading group, the J. Safra Group, has acquired Faneuil Hall Marketplace from that other name group, whose management of the iconic property under lease with the city has long drawn complaints from tenants and public officials. New York-based company had bought the long-term ground lease for the marketplace from General Growth Properties in 2011. Faneuil Hall Marketplace consists of dozens of shops and restaurants that have been a top tourism draw for Boston for decades. Not the historic building directly from City Hall that serves a meeting hall and museum.
You want to go to the story?
Yeah. I want to know how much they paid for that.
Market are under new management.
And as WBZ's Mike Sullivan shows us, city leaders are hoping that this landlord change will bring new life to the landmark.
Faneuil Hall opened in 1742, the talk of the town, an historic landmark, a mammoth tourist destination.
This used to be one of the most visited places in the world. Before Google was one of the 5 of the U.S.
The adjacent marketplace became a site for the holidays, a place for street performers to make a buck, both old and young. Somewhere between then and now, the limelight faded to black.
In a lot of ways, it felt like the former landlord was absentee, and they were not just managing any old asset downtown, but a civic trust in many ways.
Ashkenazi Acquisition Corporation bought the marketplace area in 2011. The landscape has changed drastically since then.
A struggle is retail spaces. This whole section used to be bustling with shops and customers. Now, those locations are vacant.
Yeah. There's something like $45 million in deferred maintenance at Faneuil Hall. It's not the compelling public space that it should be.
Michael Nichols is the president of the Downtown Boston Business Improvement District.
There was retail that reflected the city. There was bars, restaurants, shops.
Soon, the iconic destination will have a new landlord. J. Saffer Real Estate just acquired the Faneuil Hall Marketplace. The company also manages key properties in New York and London. In the past, Ashkenazi has been a strategic partner with them.
We really hope that this will usher in a new generation, new energy for Faneuil Hall.
In a statement, Mayor Michelle Wu pointed to future opportunities for small businesses and entrepreneurs, saying, "We have the potential to showcase the talent, the diversity, and the local flair." Her excitement is echoed by locals.
Yeah, it looks like there is room for maybe outside dining.
Just a lot of the stores have gone down. There used to be the Cheers bar over there that's now closed.
In another statement, Jay Safra says they plan on working with the city and the Planning and Development Agency to reinvigorate the area. In Boston, I'm Mike Sullivan, WBZ News.
Are they renaming Faneuil Hall as well? Is that
They are. They have gone. Didn't we read that?
Yeah.
That they're gonna change the name.
I know that they were
What's
talking
it
about
called?
it.
Nubian Hall.
Nubian Hall. Well, Larry Jordan says that it's old slave trade grounds, and to F that place.
What's your problem, Larry?
Slaves came in at Rose Wharf, then in chains and shackles, led to Faneuil Hall to be sold. That's
They should change. They should make it into a slave museum.
Oh wow.
No, don't do that. That's scary.
He's got ideas.
Big ideas. A boxer from Massachusetts.
My bad. I just wanted to start. They are starting a process addressing anti-black racist symbols prevalent in Boston. So, Faneuil Hall represents the legacy and persona of Peter Faneuil, who was a white supremacist, a slave trader, and slave owner.
He definitely was.
So they are working on that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I just want them to come up with a good name, like
Christmas Addicts Hall.
or
Addicts Hall, yeah.
or just call it Addicts.
Or just call it Downtown Hall.
Downtown.
You call it addicts, the drug addicts might show up.
Oh,
Right.
true.
And we don't want to make it Christmas Addicts because then the racists will say that's
Oh,
reverse
yeah,
racism.
yeah.
So we need to keep it a very
I think it should
neutral
be,
name.
if they want to name it a white person, there's a lot of white people that helped,
John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy Hall.
Kennedy Hall.
Because
Obama Hall.
Black people love them a John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Janet said FUBU Hall.
There were some unread comments in the Instagram from the Newton and the housing section when we were talking about the housing.
Oh, say it. Where it is?
No, they said pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Bayside Expo Center has been empty for years.
Newton
and
got some on school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Newton got
school gyms. It's stupid.
and clearly Newton ain't using the school right now. Boy, I tell you, and not be a mess. Be like, all right, F it. There's no school in this district anymore.
That
You don't
makes
use it for
more sense.
housing.
If you're going to be taking away community programs from our old people and children, take away it at school altogether from Newton.
Clearly, they don't want to do nothing with it.
Exactly. Shoot.
A boxer from Massachusetts prepares for his first world fight title. Okay.
For him.
What's his name? We got to support this man. He's fighting. His name is Massachusetts native Jermaine Ortiz. Has just over a week to go before the fights for the world title in Las Vegas.
Ooh, let's get ready to rumble.
Is that one? That's for wrestling.
It's up. No, it's
Let's
not.
get ready to rumble.
That's what boxing
That's
do?
for wrestling.
That's
We can do the
boxing.
same thing.
Oh, it's fighting. Ortiz, born and raised in Worcester, will face WBO junior welterweight champion Teofimo Lopez at Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino just 3 days before the Super Bowl is played across Las Vegas Freeway at Allegiant Stadium. Even though it took a long time, I'm finally here, Ortiz said. It's a little bit of validation, confirmation on what you believe is true, and that you are on the right path. Let's see him. Let's see Ortiz. Go Ortiz. Go Ortiz. He better win. He better win because we don't take losing over here.
No, but he's won because he's made it that far.
Yes. He better win the race. Okay?
Hold on, let's
He
hear
better
from- let's
win
hear
the
from
fight.
Ortiz.
Let's hear from
Seven-year-old
Ortiz.
will fight up a weight class and go against the reigning WBO junior welterweight champion, Teofimo Lopez. It's a featured fight Super Bowl week in Las Vegas.
A little bit of validation, confirmation on what you believe is true, and that you are on the right path.
Ortiz's regional bouts led to this title card bout invitation against an opponent that he knows pretty well. He fought him about a decade ago. This is what he had to say about him then and now.
Back then, he had a big nose. That's what I remember. And now he just got a big mouth. So some body parts changed.
Talk your shit.
Still the same guy.
Trash talk par for the course, and Ortiz is also the same guy in many ways. The kid who learned to box in after school at the Boys and Girls Club and climbed his way to the Las Vegas championship stage.
That's where he
At 7
learned.
years old, I still remember he used to hang out at the gym after hours where his age group wasn't supposed to be there.
Mentally, I've been prepared a long time ago, and that's what has to be protected. That's my armor.
Ready for the title card February 8 in Las Vegas. Nauko Funema, WCVB Sports Center 5.
What's her name?
What's she?
Marco Fofanana.
What'd she say?
Marco Fanana.
I did want to, I was thinking about that. I did want to shout out Darrell Weathers from, what's the name of his organization?
Live it up.
I forget the name of it. New something. Darrell Weathers. I know his name. He actually, he and his people go and feed the community every Sunday morning.
Yep.
They leave bags. I did see them heading to the airport last week to go feed the migrants over there too. So big shout out to them for doing their duty and their part to make sure that we are, making sure that we're taking care of whatever visitors we have here all the time, unfortunately. Shout out to him.
Thank you, Jarrell, for that.
Yes.
Your services.
So yes, big shout out to Ortiz. Again, we bring home W's over cities of champions. So let's do this, brother. We rooting for you. We going for you.
Champion.
A local.
I was started watching that last night.
How was it? How'd you feel?
I like it. I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah. A local librarian hides cell phones and books to help domestic violence victims. Oh,
That's beautiful.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
Play this when it comes up. So, deadly cases of domestic violence have appeared in the headlines recently. Police departments will tell you it's the #1 issue they deal with year-round. A local librarian has become a resource for those victims. I'm not sure if they should be making news out of this, but okay.
Source for those experienced domestic violence. As Boston 25 News reporter Katie Brace tells us all new at 10, she's also getting people to open up about the problem.
Instead of saving this book, this Westwood librarian intently takes it apart. And her bosses approve.
A lot of support from both the library and the town as a whole.
Molly Riportella's idea, Biblio Underground, started when a friend turned to her for help.
Back in 2022, I had a friend come to me because they were in a very abusive situation. And I had an extra phone line.
Why not just use the phone that's in their house or use their cell phone?
So technology safety is a huge thing. You have to be on top of your privacy. Spyware is so prevalent these days. A few days later, my friend came back to me and said, "Great, thank you for the phone. I have nowhere to put it."
Molly used her creativity and looked around. She decided to take unwanted and unused books and use them to turn a page for others. She made what she calls a book safe that hides a burner phone. She demonstrated with her own phone. She saves in it important contacts to help a domestic violence victim.
I was kind of like, Eureka, we have an amazing idea here.
Through word of mouth, she has helped 2 other people in domestic violence situations. She uses her own money to pay for the burner phones.
What if the abuser finds the book?
At the end of the day, it's a risk that anyone's willing to take if you are in it.
For anyone that's in a
Girl, you ain't read
high-risk
no book in 10
relationship,
years.
Now you won't go
really
library.
important to meet with a domestic violence advocate to help think through where can we keep a phone like this.
Jen Bolton is with the organization Dove, Domestic Violence Ended. They help hundreds of victims in Norfolk County every year.
What kind of safety measures can we put in place so that you're not caught off guard and that we've planned for this together?
Domestic violence is life or death.
What's the story?
100%.
Molly knows this too well. She survived a physically abusive boyfriend in her early 20s.
I have no doubt if I were in the same position now that I would also need a burner phone.
Because her abuser continued stalking her for years, Molly was initially hesitant to get her idea out there.
I can't live in fear anymore. People have to do the right thing, even if it's hard, even if it's scary. You just have to do it anyway.
Yeah, you know,
That's what I'm
I commend her for this. However, I don't think that it should have been made a news story.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be something that nobody knows about unless you do hear it word of mouth.
I agree. I agree.
Because now, if your abuser was like, you know what? There's only one place you could go. You could only go to the library because I know ain't nothing happening over there. And then now they hear the story and be like, you know what? You're not gonna go to the library. What you want to read, I'm gonna bring it for you.
Yeah.
So that is I understand what she did and I commend her for that. I would have just not, put it on the TV.
And then people could make their own books. She didn't have to destroy the good books.
Those are the books nobody's reading.
She could have just got some white paper.
Whenever
and
you go to the
cardboard.
library, they always have a pile of books that nobody uses, so it's okay.
And then last but not least, the mayor's office launches an ambitious plan to empower black men and boys in Boston.
Yes.
Boston's plan to boost black men and boys just got a serious playbook with the mayor's office of black male advancement releasing a meaty report detailing 20 action steps designed to kickstart economic, educational, and civic opportunities for one of the city's most sidelined groups. The report, crafted by Professor James Jennings, doesn't just list goals, it's a blueprint for tearing down barriers to success, and it's geared to get rolling this year, according to the Boston government announcement. What it got? For a vision for boosting everything from entrepreneurship to home ownership, the BMA report sweeps across economic advancement, ties to public safety and public health, community involvement, and eliminating barriers like quarry obstacles. The report digs into strategies aimed to make Boston's prosperity a shared experience, and Frank Poirot, executive director of the office, says they're ready to put these plans into higher gear, pushing forward on these steps in line with the mayor's vision, hoping to pivot the city into a role model for empowering a historically overlooked population.
It could have started by not taking away the rec center that black men and boys go and play basketball at.
I put
trying
the
to
link
look for some of them.
I put the link to the Boston.gov site that has the whole breakdown.
Do you see like maybe a couple little points? Okay.
Training and opportunities to increase entrepreneurship, financial acumen, and home ownership.
Okay.
Workforce and local economic development.
Okay.
Stronger connection with public and public safety. Greater involvement with civic engagement and community organizing. Targeted connections with BPS. Identifying and eliminating quarry obstacles to economic mobility.
Okay, black man.
Sounds dope.
I like that a lot.
The Office of Black Male Advancement works to empower black men and boys, ensuring equitable access to opportunities in the city. Focused on policies, programs, and resources, and local and national partnerships.
Okay, I'm not mad at that at all.
I haven't heard much about that since we first heard about it.
They've been around at things. I've seen Frank Poirot a lot of places, and I see the name like on things, but this, I feel like these are more actionable and tangible things that we can probably measure them on and things. Very interesting. With a black woman one. Racist. Going to commercial break, and we'll be right back in a few moments. Keep it locked. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We'll get into our world and our regional news. No doubt.
rocks don't trizz.
You are enjoying the miracle of radio.
Radio. New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
Hello, I'm Marissa Jarrett Winokur. Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. 1 in every 4 Americans is infected with HPV. For many people, the virus hides inside them, and they never develop symptoms. But for others, HPV links directly to cancer. My cancer almost ended my career. It almost ended me. The good news is, there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. The HPV vaccine is recommended for children 11 to 12 years old, and a catch-up vaccine may be an option for teens and young adults. Talk to your doctor. You don't want HPV hiding inside of you. Go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more. Together, we can stop cancer before it starts.
Spark FM.
Wizzy boy, make me dance. Daddy, oh, make me dance.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM. Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
Tell me how you want it, yeah. Call me and I'm over.
Spark FM.
I forgot about this song. This song had us in a chokehold during COVID, boy. Everybody was changing their clothes all goddamn day. Everybody had about 4 or 5 outfits on every day.
All kind of hair brushing the thing. And
and pulling it back and throwing it to somebody else. And
sit down.
They as doctors and nurses and all kind of school teachers changing their clothes all goddamn
kind
day.
of necessary workers.
Boy, I tell you, boy,
What is it called? Not necessary workers.
Essential.
Yeah.
It's time for our national and world news, and Tony will give you that essential needs.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. I've got things to tell you about.
You should start with the last one, because that's crazy.
Let's start with the last one. The FedEx one? FedEx driver accused of dumping $40,000 worth of packages is ordered to pay $805.
That's it. He would have had to order to get his behind whooped, because
Why
why
you
you
do
do
that
that?
for? Why you do
Everybody
that
waiting
for?
for their hair. Oh, he just dumped them.
He just dumped him. He threw him out. 22-year-old FedEx worker dumped 400 packages worth nearly $40,000 in an Alabama ravine in 2021.
Why?
Now he's ordered to pay $805.
What did he do that for?
I don't know. 4 out of 5 theft charges against him were dropped, and he pleaded guilty on January 10th to 1 count, which was reduced to a misdemeanor in the plea agreement. The charges stem from a series of incidents in November of 2021 in which the worker threw the packages into a ravine because he said he didn't want to deliver them. That's why he did it.
Sometimes I don't want to do my job either. I wouldn't throw them away. I would just leave them on the truck and maybe just quit.
Right. When questioned, the FedEx driver told deputies that he had been grieving over the death of his uncle and was dealing with other personal issues. The property where the FedEx worker dumped the packages was vacant, but the owner was in the process of selling the land. The owner was showing a potential buyer about the property the day before Thanksgiving when he saw the discarded packages. At first, they thought the items were trash, but then they noticed it was much more than just garbage. Look at the pictures. When the investigators began sorting through the items, they discovered approximately 400 packages. Deputies reported at the time. Moon said they found the driver had made 5 separate trips between November 17th and November 24th.
Yo, he was just going there
before the items were discovered.
Picking up the packages.
Why not just give them away to your family and friends?
Why not just quit the job?
But just throw them out. He didn't even go through them to see what was in them. He was manic at the time. Poor thing. FedEx sent trucks to collect the boxes and bring them to their distribution center to determine where they came from and where they were going. The company recovered 153 packages they could scan, totaling $14,800 in value. An additional 247 packages couldn't be scanned because of the damage to barcodes in the package itself, and their value was estimated at $24,700. Deputies quickly identified the 22-year-old delivery worker and charged him with cargo theft. Moon said he was respectful to investigators and sorry for what he had done, admitting that he had made poor choices.
He snapped.
He snapped.
Poor thing.
Yeah. The client's attorney described him as a fantastic young man with a bright future.
Oh, no.
We are very pleased that the DA's office in Blount County considered all the evidence and, more importantly, the circumstances of his life and his personal situation. Since this incident, he has proved through his actions that he was deserving of a non-custody sentence. It's about 50 miles east of Birmingham.
Yeah, he definitely gotta pay up.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, your mental health.
$805 though.
Yeah.
For $40,000 worth of stuff.
I mean, maybe there was insurance on them so that they were able to recover them. But mental health doesn't take away whatever you did badness. You ain't had to do it so many times. I can understand the first box, the first piece of truck that he dumped out, but you didn't have to keep going back and then coming and dumping them out. You got to stop. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Poor thing.
You can't. Welcome, Big Tritty. How are you doing?
Big Tritty.
Hello. See,
how are you today?
This is why we don't have visitors no more. They don't know how to behave.
Big Trini has stopped in to join us for the remainder of the morning show. He gonna hang out with us. Big Trini has on 2 sets of headphones, and now we'll put on another.
Larry Jordan says, "I'm gonna snap all those packages in my storage."
That's what I'm. That's what I'm saying, Larry. My apartment would have been laced with all them people's stuff.
Because after I dumped them, I would have went right down there, sat in the middle of them, and then just started ripping them open and taking things.
Right.
You know?
If you want to go crazy, go all the way crazy.
Yeah, you
go
got to
all the way crazy.
But at least they can't get him on theft. You know, he just kind of. I mean, technically, isn't it?
It's mail fraud.
No, because you're not supposed to be opening my ish.
Well, he didn't open it. He threw their mail away. That's not okay.
$40,000 worth of packages, bro. Behave. Keep going.
Poor duty. He needs a hug. Ay, ay, ay. Burned remnants of prized Jackie Robinson statue found after theft from public park in Kansas.
Somebody took Jackie Robinson's ish and then
They took his statue and burnt it. Fire crews found the burned remnants of a prized bronze statue of Jackie Robinson that was stolen from a public park in Kansas. The Wichita Fire Department received a call around 8:40 a.m. about a trash can on fire at Garvey Park in the southern part of the city and discovered what appeared to be pieces of the statue, according to a spokesperson. At a news conference, he described it as not salvageable. The statue, which was cut at the figure's ankles, cut the figure's ankles.
Oh, it was maybe chopped off at his ankles part of the statue.
Honors the first player to break Major League Baseball's color barrier in 1947. If it turns out it was racially motivated, then obviously that is a deeper societal issue, and it certainly would make this a much more concerning theft. We'll wait and see what this turns out to be.
That's terrible. Why you deface that? Wow, but it's not as bad as when they cut off Christopher Columbus' head in Cambridge. In Austin, I think they chopped his head off and threw blood on it or something like that.
Yeah, well, it needed to be.
They cut his whole body off. I'm about to show the video now.
It need to be do that.
It need to be do that.
They're different in Cambridge,
you know.
Christopher Columbus a thief and a liar.
Yeah, he was terrible. He was a very, very terrible
Jackie
person.
Robinson didn't do nothing, go out there and play baseball.
And had to go through misery and strife just to do that.
Misery and strife to do that.
People spitting on him and saying things. They burned him up. Look at his shoes.
Oh, RJ, I did wave to you.
The kids are in class.
But he was staring at me and I waved at him and he turned away.
How do you know it's RJ?
It's RJ. He's over there. He has white headphones on. Ain't that RJ?
Is it? Tristan, go see if that's RJ.
OnlyFans model Courtney Clenny's parents have been arrested for alleged evidence tampering.
Oh, no.
Who are they?
I don't know.
The parents of Courtney Clenny, an OnlyFans model who has been charged with murdering her boyfriend, have been arrested. Kim and Deborah Clenny were arrested at their Austin home on Tuesday in connection with the murder case, and we're told it has something to do with potential evidentiary tampering.
Oh, no.
Sources with direct knowledge tell us the Clennys were taken into custody by law enforcement in Travis County on a warrant out of Miami. The allegation, from what we understand, boils down to a laptop that belonged to Courtney's late boyfriend, Christian Obumseli, which our sources say remained in their Miami apartment after he was killed in an argument. Oh, she's the one who stabbed up the black boy, remember?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we're told Courtney's dad, Kim, went back to their unit to clear out her stuff in the aftermath, and in the process stumbled across his laptop, which we're told had not been impounded as evidence when police first went through the incident. Oh, look at all the blood, Lord.
Send me, let me see.
Oh, our sources say Courtney gave her father the password and he got in, but found nothing but a crypto exchange on the hard drive. After that, we're told he notified Courtney's defense attorney about it and handed it off to the legal team. At this point, our sources say they're still in custody and the exact charges are a bit unclear, but we're told they have a bond hearing in court on Wednesday.
Is she in jail?
Yeah, she's in jail.
Okay, good. She was a YouTuber or OnlyFans influencer. I don't know how that works, but she had a boyfriend and she like stabbed him up or something. She stabbed him up and pushed him out the window.
I think she stabbed him up. You see all that blood?
Yeah, and then she was talking about, he did
there's
this
the
to me.
knife.
The little dog, the two dogs don't even know what's
Oh,
happening.
she is covered in blood.
Yeah, she is. She serial murdered that man.
Wow. She serial murdered him.
She killed him a ton of times. Look at the blood on her.
She'll be out next week.
No, she been in there for a little minute.
How much she get?
2022. I don't know. So yesterday, according to the online records, the Clennys are facing unspecified felony charges from out of state, but we're still working to confirm exactly what they've been dinged for. But yeah, that's a lot of blood.
That's a lot of blood. That's terrible. She killed them people, poor child, and then just her parents is just as terrible as she is.
This story is super weird. Fish eater dies after cooking deadly pufferfish given to him as a present.
Oh yeah, you ain't supposed to eat pufferfish.
But why do they call him a fish eater?
Because he's maybe a pescatarian.
Is he famous for eating fish? I don't know. A Brazilian man named Magno Sergio Gomes tragically died after ingesting a poisonous pufferfish that packs enough venom to kill 30 humans.
Is that how much venom pufferfish have to kill 30 humans?
And if he's a fish eater, he don't know that you're not supposed to eat it?
Who gifted him the pufferfish?
Who gave it to him?
I don't think they gave it to him for him to eat it.
Exactly. They should be charged with murder.
A gift as a fish would be in a bowl. It wouldn't,
Right.
wouldn't be in a Ziploc bag with some seasoning on it.
Yeah. Magno had never cleaned pufferfish before the deceased sister Miriam Gomez Lopez knew of the tragic incident which occurred over the weekend. An unnamed friend had reportedly given him the deadly seafood as a gift, although its exact provenance remains unclear. Brazil is reportedly home to 20 species of pufferfish, also known as blowfish, a dozen of which live in that place. Despite never having handled the species before, the Brazilian and his buddy gutted the fish, removed its liver, and then boiled it and ate it with lemon juice.
Oh.
Excellent.
All right, well.
Ask him how it work out for him.
I mean, I'm saying, about less than an hour later, both him and his friend fell seriously ill. He started to feel numb in his mouth. Alarmed, the patient drove himself to the hospital, whereupon the numbness spread, and he went into cardiac arrest for 8 minutes. He was specifically suffering effects of tetrodotoxin, an extremely potent poison that originates in the liver and gonads of the pufferfish.
The gonads, the balls?
The gonads is the balls. So he took out the liver but didn't take out the balls?
I didn't know that fish had balls. And I just like to say balls.
Apparently so.
What? I don't know. So are you supposed to eat it or are
You're not. When
Can you
ingested
eat it?
in large quantities, it interferes with the transmission of signals from nerves to muscles and paralyzes them. Why would you think to eat it?
Interestingly enough, raw pufferfish is considered a delicacy in Japan where it is locally known as fugu, and I've heard of that before. What did he say about
He
the
said,
balls?
of course it is. He didn't say nothing about the
He
balls.
said those people.
Oh, wow. Anyhow,
And this is how the COVID started because eating pufferfish down in China.
While Japan reportedly sees around 50 poisoning incidents per year, the majority occur when amateurs try and take a stab at it, as was the case with Magno. Oh, I still want to know why they called him a fish eater. Was that his occupation?
I think that he had a YouTube channel.
So is it clear? Could you eat the balls? You can't eat the balls.
You're not supposed to eat the balls of the fish.
Okay.
Oh, but I have had a little fish ball before.
Japan reportedly sees around 50 poisoning incidents per year.
Yeah.
The majority occur with amateurs trying to take a stab. What would like if I was a pescatarian and somebody was like, "Have you ever tried pufferfish?" I would first research to see if it is edible, and then I would say, "No, I'm not eating the poisonous pufferfish. I'm not going to try to attempt to clean it either." I just feel like if you attempt to clean it, shouldn't you get some residual death from the cleaning? If it's poisonous, I don't know. I just feel like if it's gonna be poisonous when you ingest it, it should be poisonous on your fingers.
Put that in my notes.
Oh.
Residual death.
Residual
I have to
death.
look that up later. Look that up.
Oh boy, that next story about the brass knuckles and stuff, I can't get to that story because it's not there. But a California predator who blamed his identical twin brother for raping a 9-year-old girl and a woman in the 1990s is sentenced to life in prison. They called him a sexual carnivore and told his sibling, "I just hate women."
What is it? What are you saying?
I don't know. A California rapist has been sentenced to life in prison after DNA testing linked him to the rapes in 1990s, despite efforts to frame his identical twin brother.
What kind of piece of shit you gotta be to frame your identical twin brother?
You like the bottom of the ocean, the stuff that's on the bottom of the ocean. You the stuff underneath that. That's the kind of
you gonna rape somebody and try to get your brother?
Your
identical twin brother,
knowing that y'all have the same DNA. That's smart. But anyhow,
it's messed up.
Terrible. Kevin Michael Conther, 58, was sentenced to 140 years. That's it? In prison on Friday after an Orange County Superior Court jury last year found him guilty of committing multiple rapes. Connor raped a 9-year-old girl in 1995 and a 31-year-old in 1998.
I never get it. And I know I say the same thing every single time. I never get the appeal of a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
What sick shit do you have to be to rape a baby? It's a
the
baby.
Stuff at the bottom of the ocean? There's stuff underneath it.
And there's stuff underneath the bottom of the stuff underneath it. Look at him. He definitely did it.
Investigators employed the same DNA testing that was used to match the Golden State Killer and determined both rapes were committed by the same person. Testing led investigators to Kevin and Stephen, who, as twins, share the same DNA, and the brothers were taken into custody. The twins were secretly recorded in a police vehicle while waiting to be booked in jail, during which Kevin admitted to his brother, "I'm a criminal in my past. I have serious issues. Now I've got to pay for it, and I don't want to." Kevin told his brother, "I just hate women. That's my problem," and said he's been fighting that demon for a long time, also mentioning a chemical imbalance in his brain. Judge Richard King on Friday described Conther as a sexual carnivore before sentencing him to the longest possible sentence, 140 years with no parole, and life in prison. King described the nature of the Conther's attacks as heinous and said Conther was a calculated rapist and a sexual carnivore. The defendant committed heinous acts upon these women in a serial manner. This is a man who deserves no leniency.
No leniency, and I'm surprised they only gave him 140 years. They should have gave him like 300 years, like something ridiculous. 3,000 years.
Yes.
Serving 16 consecutive life sentences or something.
Right.
Just start saying words to him.
He has no parole and life in prison.
And in solitary confinement for that whole 140 years.
We sentence you to death in prison.
Yes.
Is what they should have said.
Then you can't get out until you're dead.
Yes. You have to die first.
And then I'm gonna let you out.
And then you can go.
You bastard, nasty effer.
That's the news that I have for y'all today.
And we're gonna go to commercial break because we need a break. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. Stay tuned.
Let's start with the big question.
The all-new Spark FM.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal, a goal to simplify one of the most challenging on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Boston, get ready. Spark FM and Chevalier Theater brings to you reggae superstar Luciano Live. February 14th at Chevalier Theater, 31st Street, Medford, Mass. Performing hits like this.
It was a crowded night, a night like this when I laid upon my bed.
Performing all your favorite hits. Luciano Live.
Just
with a special Bob Marley birthday tribute. Reggae superstar Luciano Live. Enjoy a night of authentic reggae music. Doors open at 8 p.m. Get your tickets now at www.chevaliertheater.com. That's February 14th. Luciano Live in the Chevalier Theater. That's 31st Street, Medford, Mass.
So that I be overcome after cruising my way.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with the way you are gonna see a million. We got it gon' go long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Stop playing with them, Riot.
Come here, man. You done with feeling you? Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. That is Ice Spice in the background with Munch or any other of the songs that could be under her catalog.
That's all of Ice Spice songs.
Yes.
Right there.
I was talking to TK yesterday about Ice Spice. He was like, "Mommy, who's this? What's this?" I was like, "Mommy, that's Ice Spice."
Is it Annie?
Our entertainment news. Let me see what we got here for you guys. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's get some more. I don't know. Do you see anything there that is...
Lori Harvey.
Lori Harvey gets her... I mean, this is crazy. This is stupid, too. Lori Harvey will make her rookie debut in Sports Illustrated swimsuit, wearing her own swimwear collection, Dream Come True. Oh, what a perfect little thing, isn't she? Harvey was photographed in Cancun wearing Yevra Swim, GCDS, and more. Not only is Harvey making her rookie debut in this year's Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, but she's doing it in a swimwear that she designed herself. It was definitely a dream come true, Harvey said, as I swim of the whole experience. I would say the three words that I would use to describe it would be manifested, surreal, and perfection, because it was literally a moment that I manifested.
Oh. Yevra is Harvey backwards.
Oh. It's not even your name.
That's not.
It was a very surreal moment for me, and the entire shoot was just perfection from time. You know, I don't care to read about the inner struggles of the rich and famous. Well, you couldn't just send a letter. You couldn't have Steve Harvey send a letter to Sports Illustrated and said, my daughter be on the internet all the time, half naked. She got a swimsuit line. And I thought that Sports Illustrated was for people who play sports.
Girl, Sports Illustrated is for whoever. Didn't they have Martha Stewart on there the other day? Martha was up on there.
Oh, yes. Martha was definitely in a swimsuit. And the Jenner, Caitlyn. Wasn't Caitlyn on?
They were on it?
No, were they? Was she on
Probably.
I know that she was on it when she prior to her transition, Tristan.
Oh, she her?
Yeah, they was a man.
Or it's not they?
She's her.
Okay.
She's a woman.
All right.
And yes, Lori Harvey, if you want to see her little naked ass on the internet, you can just go see it on there. I'm not impressed by this story, not even a little bit. I don't care. Call me a hater or whatever you want to call him, but that child ain't struggle. No. What's her struggle? She ain't get there by her own merit. It's a metallic bikini. The little girl from down here, Chantel, she makes amazing bathing suits. How come they didn't put her on there? She got a nice body.
She do.
She got a great body. They should have put. I want to see little girl from Boston be on Sports Illustrated instead of Lori Harvey, because I know she got it out the mud off of her own. She's sewing those by hand.
Yes.
Every single one of them.
That and carnival costumes.
Mm-hmm. This is the real heroes in the city.
Yes.
Shout out to Seymour. Yes, and go follow her on Instagram and buy one of her bathing suits. Her whole family is a bunch of entrepreneurs, though. That's all they do all day.
They entrepreneur.
They just entrepreneuring all day. Yep, they sure did.
There's other story right here.
Go ahead. Oh, yes. Megan Thee Stallion's mother's cemetery beefs up security after Nicki Minaj fans doxing. Megan Thee Stallion's beef with Nicki Minaj has caused unexpected issues for the cemetery where the Houston rapper's mother is buried. The cemetery located in Texas was the subject of doxing from Minaj fans.
What's doxing?
Google that. And see. From leading the venue to notify local authorities and increasing security. Nothing is alleged to have happened to Megan's mother's gravesite as of yet. According to TMZ, some of Minaj's fans, known as the Barbs, leaked the location of Megan's mom's burial and urged others on social media to desecrate her grave as the feud between the two rappers has escalated in recent days. Nicki herself made numerous references to Megan's dead mother on her diss track Bigfoot. Yeah. She rapped, "How you F your mother, man, when she die? How you go on Kale King and can't cry? Child, buy Bigfoot, but you're still a small fry. Swearing on your dead mother when you lie." Minaj also rapped on the end of the song, She just made that no Negro ever loved her. No Negro gonna stand 10 toes behind her. Is my fault I got good vagina. Why the F is you humping on a minor? Because she was lying on your dead mama. I added the ERs to the end of those for a little bit of more dramatic appeal. During an Instagram live after the release of the song, Minaj also said Megan could conjure up her mama and apologize, then added, "You don't lie on your dead mom. You don't do that. All of your lies are being exposed."
Wow.
This is coming from a 42-year-old mother to a 27-year-old child that lost her mother and her father. And you're not even gonna tell your Barbs. What kind of a sick fan base do you have to have for someone to desecrate your enemy's mother's grave? It's not no beef, nothing that they did, like Megan did something specifically to her to interfere with her life. Yeah. I don't fully understand what the effing problem is and why it has gone to this level of disgustingness.
Yeah. Doxing is the action or process of searching for and publishing private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent.
Why would anybody find it okay to do that? And I feel like if she gets met outside and punched in the face, that would be justified, because why are you doing that? This
is something that, the young people have started doing, so this is a thing. It's not just Nicki Minaj or her fan base. But this is stuff that they do now. They go to your gravesite and desecrate it.
That's so crazy to me.
That is.
I just remember when
done
things
it to
used
some
to
people
be.
that have lived in Boston.
I mean,
that's what Pop Smoke. They did that to Pop Smoke.
Yeah. I mean, this is crazy to me.
Her mother's desecrating her mother's grave over some song.
Over a rap beef.
Battle beef.
Yeah. No physical altercation has happened between them. No degrading words. Like there was nothing that would invoke this type of anger for anybody. Yep. What would you be mad about? Like if I was to ask Nicki, what is your problem? Because she because she slept with her mother's boyfriend, and you're mad about it?
Yeah, like what does that have to do with you?
Yeah.
Your husband raped children.
Yes, he actually stalked a young lady and aggressively raped her.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not really sure how this got
You
to
said
this
the R
point.
word too much on this show.
Rape. Rope.
Grape. I don't know, boy.
In other news, this is actually pretty big news right here. Universal Music Group is taking their music off of TikTok.
Yes.
As of today.
Mhm.
Universal Music Group is one of the big subsidiaries that, controls the majority of all the labels.
It's one of the top 3 too.
Oh yeah, one of the top 3. Interscope, Republic, Def Jam, they're under that label, they're under that umbrella. So the two companies have failed to agree a new deal relating to artist compensation and artificial intelligence, which means the music giant could no longer license music to the app, which can be a big blow because TikTok does a lot of promotions for a lot of artists, a lot of music goes viral on there, whether it's remixes, new songs, whatever. So. Artists like Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Nicki Minaj, Eminem, SZA, The Weeknd, and Post Malone, a lot of their music everybody's music may be taken down by today unless they come up with an agreement.
I was reading some marketing reports about how that would affect influencers and stuff, and they were that's a big blow to TikTok. That's a huge blow to TikTok. And you should expect to see more reels and stuff ramp up. Because once you can't give people what they want, they just gonna switch to another site. So I don't know what TikTok got to do, but TikTok got to fix that relationship.
Yeah, they said that TikTok pays out 1% of the music of the
Are
money
you
they
serious?
get. Yeah.
Really?
TikTok pays out 1% of the
Wow, that ain't nothing.
total revenue.
That's crazy. So that was huge news recently that came about.
You see, Byron Allen is trying to buy up something else.
What is he?
Byron Allen offers to buy Paramount Global for $14 billion.
Byron Allen he just be out here. Let me buy this.
Byron Allen don't got nothing to do with being on that little stupid TV show where you gotta say jokes.
Oh, with the squares?
Yeah. No, it's the one where it's like, which one is true?
Yeah.
And which one is not true?
What is that?
Two lies and the truth or something like that. I don't know what it is.
Foolishness.
But that's what he's on. He used to have a little stupid show that used to be on where he used to interview people, but it used to come on at 3 a.m. But I don't see that anymore. So Byron Allen,
I got money just to have money.
Right. According to Bloomberg, the offer Allen is said to have sent to Paramount's board and senior management by text and email proposes $28.58 for voting share and $28.58 per voting share and $21.53 to buy non-voting shares. The deal would include the assumption of Paramount Global's debt, bringing the total cost to $30 billion.
Byron got... Hold on. Can we...
Because he
Hold on.
also has an offer right now for BET.
No,
He didn't get BET.
No, Tyler Perry was the front runner for that. I think he dropped out from. But if you got,
he came back.
However, if you got $30 billion, why you just don't buy BET? Because they're wanting $3 billion for it. And Tyler only wanted to give them $2 billion for it. But Byron clearly got a lot of more billions that he could just kind of slide them to the side and own BET.
Yeah, he did. In December, he offered to buy BET.
Byron Allen did.
December last month.
Oh, so $3.5 billion. So what happened to it? Go.
Now he wants to buy the whole Paramount.
Yeah. It's
Paramount BT is a subsidiary of
Paramount. Yeah. Oh, he was like, I don't want just that.
Yeah, I want the whole thing.
According to Bloomberg, Allen plans to break the company up by selling Paramount's film business and some intellectual property, along with unspecified real estate holdings. He would keep the company's television properties as well as the Paramount Plus streaming service, which prior to the merger of Viacom and Paramount that created Paramount Global was known as CBS All Access. In December, Byron Allen offered $3.5 billion to Paramount Global in a renewed attempt to acquire BET, the Black cultural-oriented cable company. Paramount Global began exploring the sale of BET last March, part of an effort to generate cash in support of, among other things, Paramount Plus. But the company backed away from the plan in August when it informed bidders the sale wouldn't generate a significant enough amount of money.
What?
But Allen isn't the only interested buyer. Shari Redstone, Paramount Global's non-executive chair, is reportedly in talks to sell either the entire company or her controlling stake through the holding company. Skydance and Redbird have signed. I don't know, but anyhow, Byron Allen got a lot of money.
Yeah. He owns the Weather Channel, by the way, if y'all don't know.
So what happened? So what's going to happen? Is he going? We gotta obviously we gotta continue to update and whatever. But if he offered to buy 3.5 in December, how come that didn't just go through? How come he didn't just start there and then now that I got BT, then I want to also get the rest of them.
He also owns Fox Sports Networks.
Byron Allen does?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's got all of them. Is he married? Let me Wikipedia Byron Allen.
In other news, Megan Thee Stallion has confirmed a 2024 Hot Girl Summer Tour and a new album are
going.
The rapper has already released 2 singles, Cobra and Hiss, from the forthcoming record. And she says that the whole thing is coming out. The tour dates have yet to be revealed. The album is always also on the way. Oh, we're having the tour this year. The Hot Girl Summer Tour is going to be 2024 summertime. I feel like I've never been able to be outside during my early days during the summer since 2019. So this is going to be the first time that I drop an album on time for the summer. I want to give the hotties the Megan Thee Stallion experience.
Oh, shit.
And I would like to go to
Byron Allen is married to the whitest woman. But golly, Byron.
I'm not surprised by that.
Byron.
But she's not like Becky. She looks like her name could be Tanya. Yeah.
Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki. She's not Karen. She's Kiki.
Her name is Jennifer. And they have 3
Damn,
beautiful.
Byron. God damn.
God damn it, Byron.
Even though her name is Kiki,
yeah,
she is the wife woman. She is it.
The trial has started for Jam Master Jay's killers. Which is good news. They're now saying that one of them that was accused of killing him was actually his godson. And they're still going with that story that Jam Master Jay was cut out of this drug deal, and that's the reason why. Or Jam Master Jay cut them out of the drug deal, and that's the reason why. So that trial has started. And also, what else do we have here? I don't know. More Nicki and Megan. I'm tired of talking about them. I'm tired of Nicki and Megan. I'm tired of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I'm tired of Christian and Blue, whatever it is.
You know what the big thing is right now with Travis Kelce and Blue? They're doing a lot of comparison of Taylor Swift and Beyonce. And that has been a viral conversation.
What are you talking about?
I guess Shannon Sharp said something about, I don't know. Let's see. Shannon Sharp. Go ahead.
About who?
About Taylor Swift versus Beyonce. My computer is dead as I bring it up. Just somebody Googled Shannon Sharp, Beyond Taylor Swift.
Shannon Sharp, Taylor Swift, not Beyonce. What did he say? Shannon Sharp, Beyonce ain't moving the needle in the NFL like Taylor Swift.
Shannon Sharp doesn't think Beyonce has as much star power as Taylor Swift in the NFL and explained why.
Shannon Swift. What's his name?
Shannon Swift.
Shannon Swift.
That's his name today.
Shannon
Swift.
Club Shay Shay. He's just trying to ride that Cat Williams wave and say stuff. That's what he's doing.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what I think.
He says while chopping it up with Chad Ochocinco Johnson on their nightcap talk show, Sharp explains why he doesn't think Beyonce can move the needle like Taylor Swift, who was brought more attention and millions of dollars to the National Football League thanks to her relationship with Travis Kelce, the star tight end with the Kansas City Chiefs. The attention that she brings and the people, the eyes that she brings that don't even watch the game of football is crazy that she'll be able to do it for the NFL.
The Taylor Swift-Beyonce comparison is crazy.
It's stupid.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would you do that?
Taylor Swift has generated an equivalent brand value of $331.5 million for the Chiefs and the NFL. Apex Marketing Group tells Front Office Sports. Tell me of the other person that's going to do that.
Let me think of somebody else can move the needle. I got it.
No one.
Beyonce. She.
Not like this.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Beyonce ain't moving the needle like this chick. Ocho?
What?
No.
You tripping?
The NFL can have
Beyonce ain't
anybody.
right.
But she's married. If she was single and she showed up at that game, she would shut it down.
Yeah, but she's not white. She's not white at the end
But
of that period.
but she's married. But if she was single and she showed up at the game, checking
Yeah.
Let's say Nia Long showed up there.
No, none of them. Listen. The Taylor Swift is young.
You don't think Nia Long would get that? It's
She's
the
a
attention,
young
it's the story.
white girl.
Yeah, it's the age thing too.
You think so?
Yeah,
She's a young white girl.
Taylor Swift is 22. Or how old are Beyonce? Taylor Swift is a single white woman.
No, she doesn't sing country music.
She's a young single white woman. Beyonce is a grown ass married family woman. They're not to be compared because they can't be compared in the same light in any way. Taylor Swift is a young white girl. Beyonce is a grown black woman. So why are we even comparing them? Taylor Swift is dating a football player, and Beyonce is married to a music mogul. So why would she bring
Taylor
that much
Swift
attention to football?
Is dating a football player this time. Taylor Swift has
not
dated
only that,
all.
not only that, the people that have the money at the end of the day are the white folks.
What?
Black
Yeah.
folks. It's the same thing when people try to they try to compare concert numbers to white people. Like at the end of the day, these white people, and it's been like that forever. They're the ones that have the bread to spend money to go to these concerts, these festivals, all
To
that.
go to
Black people are a very little piece of the income.
They also
everybody else is very little.
When they started to break it down, Shannon Sharp was just wrong across the board in general because they even compared like their tour. Like Travis, Kelsey, what's the name? Taylor Swift had like the highest grossing tour.
Yep.
She was also on tour for 2 years and did 151 shows versus Beyonce, who did a summer tour and grossed over $350 million. So we're comparing literal apples and oranges. Not even apples and bananas because we're not. They're not even in the same round of fruit. They're the same shape. Like it's not the same.
Comparing apple and plantain.
Apple and plantain. Literally. Apple and cornbread. You know, like what are we doing? It's weird that people like to throw this grown lady's name around like she ain't out here setting the culture different. You know,
like I said, I think Shannon Sharp is just gonna be saying anything. Club Shay Shay now has a reputation for anything can be said, and he's just saying anything.
And then and in that same context, in the context of which they were speaking, I think that Ocho Cinco, I don't think that Shannon was saying, like, he was trying to find somebody who was equivalent, and Ocho Cinco brought up Beyonce, and she shouldn't have been. It should have been like. It should have been like Mayo or something like that, like the new Mayo chief
Rihanna.
or Rihanna. Not even Rihanna.
Rihanna did it. She did last year.
She did it last year.
She did the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think that anybody black should be compared to Taylor Swift. Yeah, you can't do it.
Ariana Grande.
It gotta be Britney Spears.
Yeah, like
Lady Gaga, Katy Perry.
They all old too.
You
know,
all them people.
Yeah, they all old too. I don't know.
I don't.
It's true that they didn't need to say that. Like, shut up. I do enjoy. Oh, Steven says it's true, but they didn't need to say that. Like, shut up. He does enjoy the nightcap.
Is a little cool show.
Over it. Byron Allen living his Byron Allen living life like it's Monopoly. That is how he's doing it. Yeah. That is crazy.
The NAACP Image Awards nominations have been put out. Coleman Domingo, Ayo Edebiri, our girl from here in Boston.
Oh, good.
And Victoria Monet and Usher lead the NAACP Award nominations, Image Award nominations. Also, the Grammy Award nominations have come out as well.
I thought they just. Oh, we didn't get them.
When is the Grammys? This weekend. It's this weekend, yep, because Ysham's leaving on Thursday. Our own Ysham will be at the Grammys because she is a Grammy voting member or something like that.
Shut up.
What is it? That what she is? Grammy.
Oh, yes, she
Grammy
is.
nominating.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was in a group chat, wasn't it?
She's a record of the year. Miley Cyrus, Billie Eilish, Victoria Monet on My Mama. And SZA's Kill Bill, Taylor Swift's Anti-Hero, Olivia Rodrigo's Boy Genius, and John Baptiste are in there. What other thing? Album of the Year, John Baptiste, Boy Genius, Miley Cyrus, Lana Del Rey, Janelle Monáe, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, and SZA is up for. That's good. Album of the Year. I think SZA will do well. I think SZA will do well.
Do you like SZA? You guys like SZA?
I like SZA.
I like SZA. I think that her songs are all very creative and very like SZA. What's wrong?
I can't control you. Sorry.
No,
I just wanted to say that.
And she does have she does have the same, it's a very monotonous sound that she has, but her song lyrics are very, very creative, and I think that that's where SZA excels. And she does have a nice voice. What else do we have here? Song of the Year, Jack Antonoff, John Baptiste, Caroline Aylan, Dua Lipa, and Mark Ronson and Andre White. What is that song? Dance the Night. Flowers by Miley Cyrus.
Dance the night away.
Kill Bill by SZA. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. And What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish. So SZA's in all these top categories.
Nice. She has surpassed a lot of what anybody thought that she would do, and I'm not mad at it. I also haven't ever listened to a full body of work from her, and maybe that's what. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I've heard just like the radio songs.
Yeah. But they all are very similar.
I hear her albums are really dope, but I've never listened to the whole SZA project.
Album?
Yeah. SZA's been out for like 6-7 years now.
Sure. Best New Artist, Gracie Abrams, Fred again, Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Coco Jones, Noah Kahan, Victoria Monet, and the War Treaty. Victoria Monet is slated to win. They said will win. Victoria Monet is the prediction. Victoria Monet, she has that On My Mama song.
But you said her last song didn't hit the way it did.
Her second song I didn't love. There's a lot of other visual media compilation, visual media song, visual media score, musical theater album, music video. For music video, who do we have? The Beatles, Tyler Childers, Billie Eilish.
The Beatles?
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar, Billie Eilish, Troye Sivan. Comedy album, Trevor Noah, Wanda Sykes, Chris Rock, Sarah Silverman, and Dave Chappelle are in those categories.
This is for the NAACP. This is the Grammys or NAACP?
This is the Grammys. So that's for the comedy album. Audiobook narration, Michelle Obama is up against a couple of other people, but they're predicting that Michelle Obama will win.
I think she will. Something I read, I think it might have been in the National Enquirer, like they were laying low and getting ready to announce her presidential race or something like that. Did I dream that?
Yes.
Okay.
Rap song, Doja Cat, Attention, Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice featuring Aqua for Barbie World, Lil Uzi Vert for I Just Wanna Rock.
I Just Wanna Rock. I hope that wins.
Drake and 21 Savage, 21 for Rich Flex. Killer Mike featuring Andre 3000, Future, and Erin Ann Kane for Scientists and Engineers. They are projecting that Drake will win in that category. I think Lil Uzi Vert's I Just Wanna Rock might win.
Yeah. It was a very popular and great song.
Yeah. Rap album, Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss. Killer Mike for Michael. Metro Boomin, Heroes and Villains. Nas, King's Disease 3. And Travis Scott for Utopia.
What's the
category?
Rap album.
Okay.
Who do you think in that one?
Say it again.
Drake and 21 Savage for Her Loss. Killer Mike for Michael. Metro Boomin, Heroes and Villains. Nas, King's Disease 3, and Travis Scott for Utopia.
I did hear that King's Disease, Nas's albums have been spectacular. I'm gonna listen to both of them today.
Killer
Nas
Mike
and Killer Mike. You've been talking a lot about Killer Mike, and you have me very curious. So I'm gonna go.
That album is that Killer Mike album is different from the beginning to the end.
I got Killer Mike sneakers.
He put his all into that. So yeah, shout out to Killer Mike.
So the prediction here is that Metro Boomin will win for that. And Nas might, but Metro Boomin is the prediction. R&B album, Girls Night Out by Babyface. That's a pretty good album, actually.
Babyface's album.
Yeah.
You know whose album was good? Puff Daddy's Love album. The last thing that he dropped.
I heard that.
That was old school R&B vibes and stuff like that. That was a great album. Unfortunately.
So R&B album, Girls Night Out by Babyface, What I Didn't Tell You by Coco Jones, Special Occasion by Emily King, Jaguar 2 by Victoria Monet, and Clear 2 Soft Life EP by Summer Walker.
Oh no.
Summer Walker put out a bunch of remixes of that song Girls Need Love featuring different people, and the different versions were kind of cute. I liked them, so I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. They're predicting that Victoria Monet will win. I'm going to have to listen to her album.
Victoria Monet's? Yeah, me too.
R&B song, Coco Jones, I See You, Halle for Angel, Robert Glasper featuring Sir and Alex Isley, Back to Love, SZA's Snooze, which is a great song, and Victoria Monet on My Mama. So they're predicting that Victoria Monet will win for that. R&B performance, Summer Too Hot by Chris Brown, Back to Love by Robert Glasper, ICU, Coco Jones, How Does It Make You Feel by Victoria Monet, and Kill Bill by SZA. What should you think?
Probably Kill Bill. However, I also have never listened to a full body of work from Chris Brown either.
Really?
Like, I've never listened to his whole album.
That's what I'm saying. He's not it. I don't know why people say
he is it, Tristan.
How many?
Don't you say nothing bad about
How many?
He is it.
Christopher Maurice.
I think everybody listens to a whole album by Usher once in a while.
Yeah.
No, Usher, you can definitely listen to Usher and on Apple Music they have an Usher Road to the Super Bowl compilation, and you can listen to that forever.
Really?
It's
That's on Apple Music? Yeah.
It's on Apple Music. I mean, Usher's music, you just sing along, but Chris.
He's performing the whole Usher, the whole Confessions album this year in Las Vegas.
These are my confessions.
There's a whole bunch of other categories, as you guys know. Check it out when you have a chance, but I just read the ones that we would really be interested in based on my opinion. So, the Grammys. Do y'all watch the Grammys? Are you interested in watching
I don't. You know what? The last time I watched a full award show, I don't even remember.
Last time I watched a full award show, Will Smith got slapped.
Oh.
I was live. I watched that live.
The slap heard across the world.
Yeah, it's still, you can still hear it if you listen close. But anyhow, so that's the Grammy nominations. That is this weekend. And ought to be interesting. I always feel like I missed the Grammys.
I just forget. I just forget. So, ladies and gentlemen, they come on this weekend, February 4th on CBS.
When is the Super Bowl? Next week?
Next weekend, yep.
Next week, Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've been gearing up. I don't know why. I don't want to care.
I'm so excited for Usher's halftime show.
Me too. I feel like the same how it was Rihanna's and we had to stop on the highway.
Yep.
I feel that same type of way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and because I'm excited to be like singing along to all of the songs because I do know all Usher.
And dancing as well.
And dancing too.
With that said, people, this is the end of the show. We will be back bright and early tomorrow for
I won't
Thursday.
Be here tomorrow.
Oh, you won't.
No, I've got jury duty.
That's terrible.
I know.
That is terrible.
I've got to go do my civic duty.
I gotta call them back.
And speaking of that, people, when you have jury duty, try to go to your jury duty. I know it sucks, and I know it's long, and I know it's tedious and annoying, but go, because if you don't go, then we're not gonna have no peers amongst our cases in situations where we need to see some black faces in the jury.
So that's how you look at that?
Yeah, no, it really is.
That's true.
It really is, because if you think about it, when they're finding these jury pools, if all the black people decide that they don't want to go to jury duty, that means when they pick the jury, you're only going to look out and see a whole bunch of white faces that do not like you. So if we are in those actual jury seats, that's the only way that we get fair trial. We don't get it now because ain't nobody like us sitting there. So your sacrifice of a day of paid work can help somebody who's probably on trial for something that they did not do. Hello.
Say the word.
All right, I'll call them back.
Say the word.
With that said,
civically engaged up in this.
Exactly. We do our duties. Bye.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Let's start with the big question.
The all-new Spark FM.